Hi all. I hope that you're all staying safe and hanging out at home. I thought I would make a few videos just to demonstrate some techniques. So today I'm going to demonstrate how to make a tile. That's one of our assignments. So you'll see tomorrow posted on the Google Classroom is your tile assignment. All I'm asking you to do is to do the design work at home. So all you need is a paper and pencil, and ideally a ruler, so or an index card would work. These are some examples of what I've started with, just so you can see. So this is the 4x6 inch paper and the little card that goes with it. And then I also have a 5x7 inch with a little card. So that's just cardstock. These are pieces that I cut out of scrap paper. And then these are some of the designs that I was playing with just in my sketching. So this was the first where I was just more or less experimenting. And then okay, so I'm going to use our number 3 slats from our toolbox in the classroom, rolling pin, and my 5x7 template that I created. You can either choose to do 4x6 or 5x7. It depends on what you want to add to your tiles. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to roll this out. And then after I get it rolled out, I'm going to aim to do all 3 of them at once. So I'll roll all 3 tiles. And then once I have all 3 rolled out, I'm going to let those become leather hard, and then I'll come back to them. So I'm in my makeshift studio at home because I don't really have a clay set up here. So I'm trying to make this work with what I have. So I'm actually at my coffee table right now. So don't forget to flip your clay as you go. You want to make sure that your clay doesn't warp. If you roll only on one side, your clay potentially could have a curve in it, and especially when it's heated, clay has memory, and so sometimes that memory comes back in the heating, right, when it's fired. And you can see I have a little air pocket here, right here. I'm gonna just pop that. See if I can get rid of that. Okay, so my tile is the thickness that I need it to be. So now I'm going to cut out my shape, and I still have this little air pocket in here. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'll smooth that out later. So I'm going to lay my pattern down, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my tile with my fettling knife. And remember, when we cut slabs, for a box, we generally leave a little bit of extra space. For the tile project, you don't need to leave extra on the sides, so you can just cut right up against your template. So I have 3 tiles cut at this point. I have 2 that I cut earlier on, and then this one that I just did now. Because they're a little bit soft, I'm going to set those aside. And hi again. So my tiles are all rolled out. I have 3 5x7 tiles that are becoming leather hard, so I'm letting those dry. In the meantime, I'm going to switch gears and I'm coming over to my computer to show you how to enlarge numbers or letters to make your tile. So from the Google Classroom, I am going to just create a document and then take a typeface that I like and enlarge it. So I'm at my computer. I'm going to open a blank document and I'm going to go ahead and right now just change the typeface to the largest that I can make it and then find a typeface that I like. The fonts or the typefaces that Google offers are kind of limited. So if you have your own typefaces on, you know, on your computer that you like, then please do, you know, type those in or use those. Right now I've just selected some random numbers and these are quite small. I need them to be really large. So I'm going to highlight them and then go up to font size and I'm going to change that to 400. So that's going to create really large numbers. And then what I want to do is just kind of separate them so that each one is on its own separate page or has some space between them. It'll be a lot easier to cut out afterwards. Now this is, as I said, 400. I don't know if Google will allow us to go higher. I think it limits it to 400. If you have a different program like InDesign, which is typically what... So I have printed and cut out some numbers for my tiles. And so I'll be using these as my pattern for the tile as I move forward. So my next step is to trace the letters on the tiles or the numbers on the tiles. So I'm going to position them, and I'm doing this upside down so you can see it a little bit better, but I'm going to position them in the approximate center. I'm not worried so much about them being exact right now in the placement, just because I am going to do some decorating around them. So I'm going to position them, and then I'm going to use my needle tool and just outline them for now so that I have a light impression of where they are supposed to be. And the nice thing about these is I did print these on heavier paper. So the cardstock that I printed on should last a little bit longer, so I could reuse these multiple times, which is what I'm going to do. So there's my 6, just lightly traced. I'm going to do the 1. So now I have those 2 traced and I'm ready to start doing a little decorating or design work. I'm going to keep this a little bit simple for now and just show you some of the options. So I've cut this little thin 1/4 inch piece of book board, and I'm just going to line this up on the edge to make a border. So right now I'm just tracing that edge just like I did with the 6, and I'm going to do that the whole way around. And this is just to give me a nice edge so that it has more of a finished look. And I'll do that on all 4 sides. I'm going to turn this so you can see it. Now, as most of you know, when you're working with clay, the burrs that are created from the clay and the needle tool can tend to be distracting or challenging because these thin little lines will actually fill in with glaze. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm actually going to use a pencil, a regular old school pencil, and now I'm going to go back through my lines with my pencil just to widen those so that they are nice and thick and a little bit deeper. I'm not going to worry about these burrs right now. I'll clean those up later.